Welcome back, everyone. Happy 2017.
Yes,
Tea Time with the Girls is back for our last episode. It's kind of sad, but you girls did it.
You fucking shady bitches.
The lack of community support has forced us to just go our own ways. I know, Fox, you've been really excited about doing your vlog. And you've been focused on living man-made, and I want to continue doing music, and we just want to gradually go our own ways and, you know, prosper from there. So we're going to start What's Your Tea, and then we're going to start our final episode.
Okay, my tea is this. Some of you that may follow me on Facebook may realize that I did a very brief stint in rehab in December, and honey, I would just like to say that shit was like one step above prison. You know, you have to tell you where to go, where to shit, you know, just the women over here, and it was just like so much. I'm like, I might as well just be doing drugs here. But it's seriously though, it was very mind opening, and it was very it was something that I needed to go through, because just doing that little brief stint was how can I say, let me realize that how much worse it could get if I continue going down the downward spiral that I was going down. So, you know, it was pretty cool. And it's kind of bittersweet this is the last episode, because of the fact that, you know, we started this show off as like a special. We never thought it was going to go any more than just like a special. Nonetheless, like 4 seasons. So, you know, that's my tea.
Gia, your phone, could you please?
That's my fault.
I'm sorry.
For the last
I was trying to be busy, Mom.
Okay.
Yeah, tell the boys that you are free after 11.
Okay.
Can we cut that out?
No, keep it.
Because
this is shit we have to deal with for 4 years, for 2 years.
Let the girls read us and tell us. That's why y'all.
So what's your tea, Miss Kim?
Okay. My tea is, you know, I'm newly single. Hi guys, I'm Grizzly and Bombshell on Instagram.
Yeah.
They're with 2 E's _ before Bombshell. I'm friends with Fox. I'm a fan of the show. Then it's crazy to be here, and I'm so proud to be here, and I'm just happy to see all you ladies.
We finally got you.
I know.
Right?
Finally here.
And I'm Ashley, as you know, I'm over it. Go ahead.
First girl.
I'm gonna save my tea for my own project.
Oh, okay. Well, good girl. Smart girl.
Smart
Well,
girl.
hi. I'm Man-Made in the building.
Okay.
So listen, I am, my tea, before I get to my tea, I just want to say I'm deeply, deeply, in a way, really saddened that this is coming to an end. It's been going on, like Fox said, you know, 4 years. I've been blessed.
5 years, 4 seasons.
Well,
Okay.
for us, it's been 5 years. For you, it's been 1.5 years. A year and a half.
This being the last episode of this season, I would say 2 years, you know, if we're going to be
we had some
political
fun
about it. But we've had good times, and I've been blessed, you know, to be part of it. So I thank you, and I thank you for letting me be a part of it. I've grown a lot. I've, you know, learned a lot about myself, as well as learning about other things that I never knew, had no idea existed. So thank you for that. That being said, so to all you Man-Made fans, 2017 is what it motherfucking is. When I tell you Man-Made takeover, one more time, Man-Made takeover.
Brittany, how are you doing, sweetie? Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Follow me.
So, what's your tea?
My tea is, I'm a friend with Fox, and she invited me to the show to talk about a little situation that I went through in 2016. My tea is, I'm a leader in my community, I'm a mother, I'm a friend.
Legendary mother.
Yes. And I'm a supporter of the show, so I'm happy to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you.
Okay, and you also are a fellow trans rapper.
Yes,
As a matter of fact,
Okay.
we actually have
Spin your lyric, bitch.
Yes.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, before we even get to all that, we have, for some of you people that are not familiar with Miss B Dot, just to give you a brief little thing, she has actually was the hype girl of Miss Inga Marchand aka Miss Foxy,
Foxy
Brown.
Brown.
Legendary Foxy Brown.
Right.
She was the girl that was like, no, Foxy, don't shoot her, girl. They worth it, girl.
So
And
basically, you are basically legendary, iconic.
Yes.
I don't think there
Legend.
has ever been a trans hype man.
No.
Like,
And
never.
open.
But hold on.
Hold on. We have a little excerpt of that, right?
Get
now,
into
so
that.
You guys
Check it out.
Get into this. Get into that tea.
It's time to put this bad dog to sleep.
My DIN number started with 98, nigga. I slipped through the grips, a mid-say, nigga. Y'all hoes can never walk in my LaBelle shoes. I keep a grip as I'm a Mark Jacob.
Yeah.
Boy, you a Ponch B, Ponch LV on the love B, looking like Tyra straight off the runway. Cake to the ceiling, y'all. Y'all ain't wanna recruit, so that's your loss, y'all. Miss B, the hottest thing on the market.
So basically, how was that being a trans woman in a real hyper masculine scenery, like all these just tough guys and in
Hold
the
on,
rap
let me say
world?
something. At the time, were you trans?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
And to tell you the truth, you don't have no time to think about your transition or being a trans woman. You just have to do what you have to do.
You know
Working with iconic rappers such as Foxy Brown, it's like she didn't look at me as being a trans woman. She just looked at me as being a woman that was assisting her in doing a job.
That was actually with me, like Kim Pepper. We talked about it when we used to follow you all the time and watch it, and it was like I could only imagine how, because that was my theory in life too. The more you just be yourself,
Right.
and if you portray what you're trying to, people who don't even question what you are.
Right.
I was like, that was I get you, girl.
And I mean, some nights it was shocking to me to see who I was on the stage with and who I interacted with or who came through the door. It was like kind of shocking.
And didn't look at you as being a trans woman,
They
seeing you for who you
Just
were.
regular B-Dot,
I was just regular working with Foxy, and that's why I love her so much.
Right.
Because my sexuality wasn't first. It didn't have anything to do with my transition. It was like, this is my friend, this is my hype woman, this is who works for me, this is who assists me in my projects.
Right.
I'm gonna ask you, could you drop us a little spit?
Let me tell you something. I spit all the time. I'm gonna tell you tonight. I'm not really there mentally.
Okay, I get it.
So I don't even want to make a performance of myself tonight.
Okay. So you were in the house of you were a house mother.
I was the mother of the House of Ebony.
Yes, Ebony.
And then I stepped down for a little while just to get me together.
Okay. So
Right.
Ebony. Shout out to the House of Ebony. We have a major ball coming up February 18th, and I hope all of you ladies come.
I will show face.
the ball
I will be
thing,
there.
girl.
I will show face.
Is it gonna be in Brooklyn?
It's gonna be in Manhattan.
Okay.
well, okay. So we're gonna get to our first topic.
Okay.
It's 2017. Trump is in office.
Oh,
God.
Bitch, let me tell you, bitch. Okay, I feel like he's
Okay.
gonna
Let us know
cut
how you feel.
the trans insurance. Like, I feel like he's gonna cut all that shit off. Like, and I really feel that. Like,
I don't think he could. I don't think there's so many people that they're not gonna let him do it. Like, granted, nobody really voted for Hillary or nobody really did anything, but now's the time. Like, that's one of the main things. They were afraid that he was gonna, go back on his word about the health plan.
okay, but catch it. The tea I got was somebody, who I was talking to. They told me that, we have a very good governor or mayor. He's not gonna let that happen.
Mayor de Blasio.
Yeah, I don't even know, girl.
De Blasio.
I don't
Yeah,
think
but
it's
he's
about.
not gonna let that happen.
I just don't think it's
To the
about
trans
letting
girl.
it happen. I just think that it's impossible when there's so many people who are dependent on this. It
Right,
takes
right.
so
To get our
many
hormones
years
and
to
everything
build
like that.
this foundation or these food stamps or whatever the hell they're giving out to the people, to the children.
Right.
It took so many years and so much planning. So for one guy to just say, "All right, you guys had enough," no, it's like a leasing thing. Like when they kick you out of your
your house. They just can't put the thing on your door and say the eviction on your door and say you got to get out. No, they give you 3 to 6 months.
I personally have a different opinion. I think that we should give him a chance because the fact that we have to realize
Trump?
that. Yeah, because we have to realize he was a Democrat at one time, and he was.
But he was getting high, bitch.
And he was on Celebrity Apprentice, and some of his views are not so bad. I mean, the fact of the matter is that a lot of people that are making an uproar about this are people that didn't even vote, and all of a sudden they're feeling like, oh, my benefits gonna get cut off. Well, let me get the sex change down. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's more than just the benefits and the it's the fact that a lot of people that he's putting into office, they have a lot of narrow views. You know, they think that it's okay
Like
for you
Mike
to be
Pence.
fired if you're gay or trans, and it's very scary. We're in for some tough times ahead.
Right.
But if I can just say,
and if you got an issue, who's gonna speak up for the black?
I think what it
Omarosa?
is, people have gotten so accustomed to all this free shit that Obama gave out, like Obamacare, you know, Obama phones. And everything.
Now they have
And
Trump
sometimes you have to get a wake up call. You have to get a wake up call and realize that life is not like that. I don't mean to sound conservative or anything, but you know.
Fox, aren't you a Republican?
I am not a Republican. I have some conservative views, but I'm just saying.
Girl, it's the last episode. Be real for once.
don't do it like that.
Okay, so let me say this. Okay, Trump is what is he, a Republican or a Democrat? I don't even know. Okay, well, he gonna make the rich richer, bitch. So just take that into consideration.
Well, here, I learned this a long time ago, you guys, and Tracy Bumpus, God bless the dead, taught me this. Bottom line, vote if you want to make something happen. If you don't vote, you don't have the right to be upset when your person, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but then if there's, okay, my thing, they say that your vote counts. So I'm going to save my vote for 2020 when it's going to count. When I see someone worth voting for, I'm going to vote. I did not vote. I don't know who else didn't vote.
So you lose your right to complain.
I did not see anyone that I was willing to vote for.
Okay, so you guys heard about the debate.
Wait. Okay, now here's the real question. Here's the real question. Who's voting for Michelle Obama?
She's gonna run?
Well, of course. They're doing too much. I want her to run.
Bitch, but hold on, wait, let me get into this though. Like, if I heard Kanye's gonna run for 2020.
Who?
Kanye West.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm voting for him, bitch. Okay.
Well, I think we're on
if you vote for Kanye, you already got a glimpse of what your future's gonna look like. He already showed you what clothes he wants you to wear.
Oh, they're fab. But I can make them myself though. I can make them myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I don't have to like 300 fucking
Y'all girls have big, no shade, but the girls
cut
have
off
big
shirt, bitch. I can go home and cut my own shirt.
That's alright.
I think while we're on this topic, Ashley, you want to bring something up about like really, you know,
that's what it is last show.
All right.
All right for your bad girl.
The next topic is the microwave girls. There's a term that's been going around in the
This is my favorite donut.
Sorry, only two.
So that means you don't get one.
There's a term that's going on in the community called microwave girls. Basically, girls who are not transitioning and they just become girls overnight.
A butch queen by Monday, a femme queen by Friday, and a sex change by Saturday.
I don't want to. I'm just joking. It's okay. It messes up my lipstick. Enjoy it. And I got my one.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I honestly think that a lot of girls are basically rushing to the SRS. They're rushing to get SRS without getting therapy, without getting doing the proper research, without knowing the pros and the cons of it, you know, and without even getting as much as FFS or
without even popping a hormone, bitch.
Yes, and
without even doing a C blocker yet, bitch.
I think that just goes back to that some girls. Oh my God, I'm losing a lot of fans with this. But some girls,
we've been losing fans since you came on the show.
You lost.
Well, I'm here to bring y'all back.
She's always trying it.
I'm just playing, girl. I love you, girl.
Like, don't wipe your hands on me with your donut. Anyways, so the girls have this thing where I feel like, me personally, like I've always said, SRS is kind of silly and it's stupid to me because when girls, I feel if you're trans, if you feel like a woman, however you feel on the inside, that's great. But you know, most girls that get surgery is to enhance and to look more visible. We really can't see your genitalia. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of stupid. You can't bear no children. You can't, and at the end of the day, some girls get their pussies for wrong reasons. Bottom line, it is what it is. If you need to change a part that nobody really sees, on you. That's really there's something.
Okay, I have to stop you on that.
No, wait.
A lot of trans women, the reason why they get the SRS is because they want to complete their transition. Just because you enjoy having a chick with a dick, being a chick with a dick, which is fine. I enjoy it too. No one here has a sex change, but let's not knock the girls and say that the fact that you're saying that because they can't have children, it's silly.
You can't have children, like for real. Like, okay, let's really look at the pros and let's look at the cons. Because in my opinion, there's more cons than there are pros. Now, okay, you don't have.
It depends on who you're asking.
Okay, well, let's do the pros. Let's do the cons. The pros to me is I can tuck better, I guess. Pros, I guess I have an opening, and something pretty when the tray say, let me get my idea. Something pretty when they say, let me see them lips. Cons, I have to fully dilate. You're like, bitch, until you're 70, 80, until you decide to let yourself close up, you have to dilate yourself. This is something that they tell you all the time. Dilation is not fun. Ladies, if it really,
I heard it's like painful, right?
Painful, bitch. You're like I'm not gonna say I've had because I don't have SRS.
So we've been told that
every girl that I have come across,
it's very painful.
It's very painful.
It's a lot of maintenance.
A lot of maintenance.
And please, if you're going to get a sex change,
she's a real bitch.
Make sure
if she's a shady bitch. She's gonna be like, bitch, I'm caught. Look at my pussy.
Yeah, but
and that's what I've noticed. Not talking about all the hard stuff.
Not many. To what I've noticed, a lot of the girls, not many sex changes, but majority, we'll say a good 70%, are really not well with themselves, which is why they feel like they change. Because at the end of, what are you gonna do when they clock you? Drop your pants? When that man calls you faggot and you went through all that work to still be called a faggot. You went through all that work to still sell your ass with the bunnies.
No, better yet. You have a sex change.
And it's no tea.
In the gay functions, right?
You're still at the gay club. You're still in the transsexual section in on BP.
I
don't honestly, get that. Be happy. I went through all that pain and all that surgery and all of that. I'm gonna be in Starlets, the fucking strip clubs, fucking twerking my ass that I got done. Shaking my pussy,
and you can still do stuff like that and still not be in stealth. That's what I think a lot of the girls fail to realize. It's all about how you carry yourself and market yourself if you're really gonna go do that route and stuff. Like, cause I honestly believe, and
you really have to be stealth to boots to like.
And not stealth, not really.
Because honestly, it's
all about confidence too. Cause I believe a girl that is sickening and like a Sydney Star type of bitch. As much shit as I say that I can't take the lady, I live for her look. I'm pretty sure that if she could easily get a job, saying I'm a tranny, as a stripper, as a go-go, as she was doing it before. It's not about living in stealth. Once you, carry yourself and look like, it's all about not being scared. You have to love yourself first before you wanna.
If you do get a sex change and you do go to places where there's pre-ops, don't knock the pre-ops just because.
No, we're not knocking the pre-op.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about sex changes. There are sex changes that get the surgery and they look down.
And those are the girls. That have something going on with themselves.
They're very insecure.
There's one girl in the community, and I'm gonna call her out, Mariah Lopez. She basically said that she had put up a post or something like this saying that I guess the boy was basically endangering her because of the fact that he was pre-ops or something of that nature. Remember that?
She's so
well, I don't know her personally, but at the top what she said, she was very insecure because at the end of the day, bitch, you're worried about what he's doing with other girls, bitch. Like, that's something
even one of my pieces that I have.
Like, how dare you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to shit her off, but you're still mad because bitch, you should have then don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Then get you a real regular straight man. But you got to
and I noticed this today. Here's the thing: you have to be more worried nowadays in this day and time. You have to not worry about him, or him. You have to worry about you. You have to always keep that in mind because I realized this today. And I realize, and I have a habit. I always realize that too. It's like it constantly hits me. These men ain't shit. None of you
Really
motherfuckers.
not.
None of you, when it comes to trans people and men trying to get to know, you men are shit. All of you are nothing. Really, y'all really treat us like the bottom of the barrel, and it needs
Okay,
to
y'all
stop.
just call us at 4 in the fucking morning.
It really is. It really is. Sometimes, not all men. I'm not gonna say all men, but most men. Majority of the men.
Yeah.
Y'all are
I think my cynical optimism of this whole thing is that.
That's your new show.
Oh yeah, catch her out. It's fun. It's funny.
I think that I can agree with what you're saying, but my optimism is that I can say that not all men are like that, you know, and that's just me being optimistic, because I feel like if you go out there with that attitude, you're going to attract that type of man.
Yeah, I
and you're going to, because it's all about the law of attraction. What you put out there, you attract.
I have this theory. I have that maybe on how you attract, but I also have a theory when it comes to men and trans women. When it comes to men, most men who are a little bit more secure and more comfortable with being with the trans woman, stopping all that are the older men.
Right.
Now, this is usually because, as we know, when men, as we all know, men, women, trans, gay, straight, we live our lives in our young times. So then when it's time, so when you're done all fucked out,
Right.
you know, and you're all nutted out, and you think you're getting old, and the children are getting younger and prettier.
Oh,
what
girl.
do? Let me settle down,
Right.
and take me and that's really what gets to me. That's what hurts me. Why, as a person, if you're interested, why must it's always like they're looking for the VBD, the bigger, better deal, and you know, and it's like it's kind of sad in a way, because it's like, okay, I thought you were sweet, but then I found out you was fucking her, and her.
Right.
And I was like, that's kind of shady. Y'all need to stop that.
Right.
It's after
They're wrong because they're nasty.
Oh, call me. I'm gonna tell you what I think about you.
So with the whole microwave girls term, if you're gonna transition, make sure you're doing it for you.
Make sure you
not
pop a fucking hormone first.
Now,
Do not let me just say
Go
this,
ahead.
please.
Okay,
do not
say. Make sure you pop a fucking hormone, bitch.
Yeah.
Make sure you was on T-blockers, bitch.
Oh, okay.
So don't do it thinking
Don't
that.
call yourself a woman when you have no estrogen running through your blood or your body. How dare you?
Well,
Yeah, that's one
let's not knock the girls that don't take
That's
most,
one
but-
opinion, yeah.
But you can.
I'm not
still-
knocking them because I've met some girls that are cute and
Yeah, they don't
moan.
But you should at least attempt.
Exactly.
To know what that feels like, because honey, once you see that
To
first
really be
shot,
a woman.
that first shot, honey, that is a
Bitch.
You're
That's like-
entering
Why don't
around.
you tell me who we're talking about, who we're referencing and stuff?
Do we have to
I don't
make
even remember.
Okay,
yeah,
well,
I
I'll
don't
say.
exactly.
Okay, right.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's keep the messiness to it.
Right.
Why not?
They know who they are.
You can name drop. So
Okay.
basically, what I'm gonna say is that
We're talking about.
what I'm trying to say is that make sure you're gonna transition and do it for you. Don't do it because you want to get fucked by the trade. Because honey, they will fuck a bunch of different drags.
They fuck
They
big.
don't fuck
your
you.
feelings and your emotions.
And they will turn you.
It's
I
Rob
was-
curse.
I always say
If you have one.
Right.
If you have one. Because you know these microwave bitches don't
Any
have
hole
purses,
will
bitch.
make you nut. So wherever that
Yeah,
hole
a warm
comes
hole
from.
is a warm hole.
A warm hole is a warm hole.
Right.
Pussy does not
But
have
just
no
make sure
face.
your transition is your transition,
Yeah,
not
you're doing
because
it for
you want to turn the train in the hallway and the staircase. That's like, don't transition to be a slut. Transition
Okay.
to be a woman. If you're transitioning
And
to
if
be a trans woman, transition to be a woman.
And if you're doing it for sexual purposes only, please don't tell yourself you're transgendered, because you're not. You're a transvestite. You're a transvestite.
And
Against you all.
cross-dressing lives matter.
No, they do, but let's not. No, for real. Let's not really. Let's not confuse the two.
Well, they put
trans.
They put cross-dressers, trans, gender non-conforming under the same
No, they
umbrella.
don't. No, they
yes,
don't.
they do.
No, they don't.
That's what
Yes,
society
they-
does though.
No, they
Soci-
don't. There's first
Society-
of all, I'm
Wait,
going to have to pull out my Blair White. First of all,
Go ahead,
First of
girl.
all, Blair White. There's reality. There's only two genders. There's male. There's female. Now the transgender is a gender dysphoria, which has been marked by the government and the medical people. Now all those non-binary names and stuff are not really. They're not dated.
They're under the trans umbrella.
They're under a trans umbrella, but not really, because the only people that say those are that actually matter, which they do, are as social justice workers and the people who created these, because once upon a time, not long ago, it was just gay, straight, and transgender. You know, want to know in between. But then
now they're putting us in
right,
the same
but it's
category
not
as drag
documented.
queens.
So if you want to be, if you want to be really political about it, you know, the only real two genders, and then the transgenders, and everything else follows may fall under that thing, but it's not yet. It's not on paper. If you say that to some psychiatrist, he's probably might, you know, who doesn't work with trans people, he might look at you weird. Look up. Have you ever heard of Blair White?
She's from YouTube.
Yeah, she's sickening. Shout out to her. I completely like.
Yeah, she has very different
She has
views.
a sickening. No, she has a very realistic way of thinking, and it's true. I'm sorry, I just had to say that. Go ahead.
Okay, so the next time we're going to talk about is transphobic gays. Now, there are a lot of people in the LGBT community that just do not understand the tea. They just treat us like, you know, we're the last letter, and they treat us like the last, you know, ones that matter. And how do you girls feel about maybe talk about some experiences you've had with transphobic gays?
Should we make reference into the...
Oh, so there was a video posted on social media of a blogger who basically made a homophobic and transphobic comments on another blogger. So check out this video.
We're recording live from a secret location. Now, it's a lot going on. So you got this awkward ass nigga next to me. Yeah, this motherfucker, this grown ass man right here, sitting here twerking, this grown ass motherfucking man with this synthetic ass wig on, twerking in this motherfucking peplum leotard with this gold eyeshadow. This motherfucker has lost his mind. Nigga, what the fuck are you thinking? What the fuck are you doing? This is not appropriate. It's not right. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You look stupid. You're reaching. You're dumb. You stink. Your booty look like it stink. Your farts look like it hurt. Your ass look like it's built full of fix-it flat. Nothing about this is appealing, sexy. Bitch, when you open your goddamn legs, the motherfucking balls look like they protruding out. It's a man all over the place. Period. There's nothing feminine, fishy, or girly about this. But the fact that you are a whole dude dressed in playing in drag. You niggas need to stop this fuckery. This shit has gone way too far. All I can say is, wow! Wow, wow, wow. These bitches are built very rude. These bitches are built like Fords, bitch. Built to last ass bitches. You know what I'm saying? These bitches are built like rock ass bitches. That's the problem with you goddamn trannies today. Y'all always trying to tell somebody about your motherfucking dirty ass dick, bitch. But then want to talk about you getting your titties. Stop confusing the goddamn people. The people don't want to hear you got a dick, bitch.
This is T.S. Cartina. I'm 9 inches fully functional. Gonna be $20 for the full.
All of a sudden, everybody want to play in wigs because the tranny girls and the drag queens get the most views on the live feed. The tranny girls get the most followers. Who gives a fuck? This is not even going over your shoulders. You might think that I'm bashing, but I'm not bashing.
Bitch, you are so pressed to discuss what I do. Bitch, you went to YouTube to make a motherfucking video, bitch, with 11 fucking viewers, bitch. You had the motherfucking audacity to, bitch, you were so fucking pressed. You were so eager to talk about what the fuck I'm doing that, bitch, you went on YouTube because you couldn't go on Facebook, bitch, because you're blocked. Bitch, you had so much eagerness. Bitch, you were so thrilled to talk about what the fuck I did. Bitch, you went to YouTube, bitch, and made a video about what I do. But bitch, let me tell you this. This is why I feel the way I feel. You talking about, well, Cherry, you know, if you feel some type of way, you know, we can make videos and go back and forth. Bitch, I could never go back and forth with trash, bitch. You are trash to me, bitch. You are beneath me, bitch. And I could never go back and forth with you. But bitch, I will invite you to the middle of the motherfucking street, bitch, if need be. I don't get no like or no fucking followers off motherfucking discussing other people's business, bitch. You are not Wendy Williams, bitch. And if you're gonna be messy like that, bitch, your broke ass need to get a motherfucking check while you in the motherfucking basement, bitch, with motherfucking sheets and hanging up behind you talking about you at a secret motherfucking location.
We're recording live from a secret location.
Bitch, I promise you, you do not want war with me, bitch. Bitch, no real man gives a fuck about what another man does, bitch.
Some of these transgenders and these drag queens, these be the strongest motherfucking niggas out there. I don't even fuck with them.
Wow.
So basically, you know, a lot of the comments could be seen as transphobic, since, like we said, they do put cross-dresser, gender nonconforming underneath a trans umbrella. So when someone is making fun of a cross-dresser or a drag, or it kind of affects. It could be seen as transphobic because, you know, we all start from a phase where we're once gender nonconforming. Who's to say that Miss Jessica, aka, you know, Jacob was Kohiner would ever transition? And it's toxic that we have. I think it's called trans-misogynistic gays. So I think that's the term that they call them. You know, the ones that they just despise trans women. The fact that they want to pick and choose who should transition. Like, oh, you can't do it. And everyone starts from somewhere. You know, telling someone that they look like a full gentleman, a big old man, that's very hurtful and harmful. And someone could be listening to that and they may have really, really big, wide shoulders or whatever, or they may be just really, really deep voice, and you're making them feel like they can't transition.
This is what I have to say to Jessica. When she first started getting up in it and started dressing up, you know, it was like a shock to me because she, let's be honest, she was a very beautiful man. Oh yes, very nice fat ass.
Love you both.
And as I started seeing her get into it more and more, I just started to accept it. I was like, okay, if this is what she likes to be called, then we can't do anything but respect her,
right?
Yeah. You know, and basically be there as a support. Huh?
I'm sorry, I'm drunk.
No.
So it's just like my whole thing is everyone starts from somewhere. It shouldn't be.
At the end of the day, let's keep it a buck. We were all fucking boys at one point.
Honestly,
right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you ask me, and this is probably because I'm in love with who she once was, you know, that was my ideal gay man. But I honestly believe that it's all propaganda. You know, I really
think it's all for show.
It's all for show. And if she's serious, and I feel like she doesn't know if she's serious at the moment.
She's having fun. She's living freely.
Right. She's feeling her own.
Living freely.
Now, when I say this,
she did a video and she was like, "Oh, this is everything.
Everything,
you know,
getting to life.
So much better as a girl."
Now, if I can just turn
to, you know, so she's getting her life.
Yeah, get your. And I'm gonna say this to you, sis. From one girl to another, get your life. But you know, there's a lot more than just having sex with the trade and turning the trade, and you know, because that same trade just had your gay brother.
And and the same trade was the same trade.
And that midget drag queen that performs every Tuesday night at your bar. So just know that let it be. It's a serious thing.
Dick bitch.
You know, and also know, sis, that there are mean, cruel people out there that will hurt your feelings just to hurt your feelings.
So what do we say to the transphobic gays that think that, you know, they just don't understand trans women? They feel like they can't relate to us.
Me.
Go ahead, Gia. Go ahead.
Get over it, honey. We started it and we're gonna finish it. If it wasn't for us, you would never have the right to be who you are today.
How I feel about that situation is, I feel like the transphobic gay men, the butch queens, or whatever the case may be.
The ones that
I just feel like
the ones that look at us and go,
no, because you know why? Because I feel like at the end of the day, they know what we have. Well, some of them know what we have between our legs, and it's just like they feel inferior because, bitch, y'all gotta remember, we're like a fucking hybrid car. You could plug us in and gas us up. You feel me?
Yeah.
So we're like both in one.
That's cute.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that when it comes more with the jealousy, not all, but some, they feel like it's all about the fact that we, the men,
I feel like they feel like that because at the end of the day, they had a trans woman take their man before or something, and that's why they have a vendetta against. A majority of the time, that's what it is, though. A majority of the time, that's why they feel inferior.
And let me get this off my chest.
And now there's a new thing to where some gay guys, because I have a really close gay friend of mine that basically what he does, he takes a trans woman's picture and puts it on CL and tells the boy that you know this is who he's coming to see. En route, as the boy's getting there, or actually when the boy gets there, he tells the boy Craigslist. Oh. Yeah. And when the boy gets there, he tells
this should be my color.
He tells the boy, "Oh, she stepped out, but she'll be back. But let me get you warmed up." Okay?
Turn it.
You know, I think all you gay people who bash us transgender
using the girls
women
as bait.
I think all you gay boys who bash us transgender women just bash us should be ashamed of yourself for the simple fact that the same you're bashing us, but so quick to try to
the Bush Queens, right? Not the Trey.
You want to knock us,
right?
Hold on, let me finish. You want to knock us. You want to knock us and for the life that we choose to live, but you're so quick to want to try to bag and fuck a trans man, which is really, really funny.
Well, oh my God, I had sex with a trans man one time,
and I bet you it was amazing. They look good, girl, but that doesn't mean that you have the right.
That fake dick bitch was the best dick I've ever had.
And I tell you, and that really is a sad part when it comes to saying, when it comes to in the world, regardless, that it's really a man's world out there. Because the fact that our own people, the ones that get us together, are really getting it together, but they're so quick to want to chase after these cutie pies, and all right, they're adorable, but you fail to realize they're trans as well, so what's the difference between us and them? Well, us, you want to be them. Them, you want
a lot of people sexualize trans men. Like they
a lot of people sexualize us too. What's the difference?
Well, a lot of gay men, trans women and gay men.
I feel you on that. Sexualize the lesbians and the trans men. They get by, but like girls like us get like red.
We have to have a little bit more, a little
bit more ass, a little more titties, a little ass, more ass,
everything. Like, I want to ask B-Dot, like, been in the ballroom scene and everything like that. Did you ever come across, like, any type of butch queens that...
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't. And I haven't even experienced it in my own personal life or my own personal relationships with any butch queens that I'm friends with.
Oh, okay.
They've all treated me with respect and I've treated them the same.
Because your mother, they're scared.
Yeah, of course.
They're not going to come for you.
Okay.
That will be their life.
Fish.
If they came for you,
no shit,
they'd be done.
And you know what's funny? That ballroom scene too. It's a big part of a lot of people's lives. So
yes.
It can be catty sometimes, but I do believe it's a great thing for the girls to whoever can get in and stay in.
Yes.
Because I honestly feel like the ballroom scene is rigged.
Oh, speaking about that.
Oh, okay.
That was one of the topics.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
There's someone who this guy named Santonio who actually walked Sex Siren. He actually came forward and did a video on Facebook, and everyone went crazy saying that the ballroom is rigged.
I believe it.
Take a look at the clip, please.
Bitches be talking shit. Now I'm on live. I'm the motherfucking unforgettable bitch. Don't ever forget. I rep the REV to the LON. I am the fucking sex legend of the new generation. It was me first. It was me first before any of them, and they all follow suit. And I'm talking shit because bitches like to compare. Bitches want to throw subliminals through fake pages, but bitch, I'm here. At one point, I had lost one ball to Kim. Yeah, I lost the champ, and it really didn't make me feel no type of way towards him. It just let me know that Ballroom is programmed. They program balls for certain people to win, cause naturally, bitch, they not fucking with it. But at a program ball, baby, you'll get sent on your first battle, cause they program. The commentators behind it, the promoters, they all interlinked. Trust and believe that. Half of these niggas wouldn't have won half the shit they would have won walking against me 2011, 2012 when the shit was fair. Like, bitch, I'm not coming to show my motherfucking sexy ass body, wasting my fucking money to get somewhere just to be a part of a program function. In the entertainment industry is what the ballroom scene is turning into, and I just don't have time for it. At the end of the day, there hasn't been one nigga to ever make me want to stop doing what I'm doing. They start doing what they was doing, and I had to take a step back off of that shit. I had to take a step back before I uppercut a nigga, you know what I'm saying? Nobody ain't got time for that. I'm a true winner at heart. I've been winning since I was a kid. I've been winning way before I hit the ballroom floor. I was playing Pop Warner football, winning. Running track, winning. Junior Olympics, winning. Prom King, winning. College, winning. But at the end of the day, sometimes you just gotta, put the speculation aside, and you gotta really let these motherfuckers know that your opinion don't mean shit. Your opinion don't mean shit. It's like this glass. This shit ain't alive. Bitch, your opinion ain't alive. Like, let's keep it 100. Like you cannot be one of the best and then get out there for camera time and let them embarrass you. For what? A program ball. Let's talk. Everybody want to talk? Bitch, let's talk. I'm here to talk.
So what do you girls think about the ballroom scene being rigged?
Let me say something.
Is it rigged?
Me being, okay, I'm very humble girl. Let's start that off. I know what I look like and stuff like that, but I'm very humble. I don't think I'm above anybody because at the end of the day, in my eyes, I feel like I've started just where she started, you started, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. I go to Vogue nights once in a while, you know, I'm not really like into all that, like no shade to anybody, you know, I like to live myself as a woman, but yeah, like every time I would go, I'd always lose to like
fat girls.
Not even a fat girl. No, you are right. Like a big fat black girl.
A fat girl.
Like, okay, it's no shade, and I'm like what is this? Because. And then what I learned is I feel like, you know, the judges, I've never really came out like that. So the judges would favor the other person, but they would give me my life down, like, oh my God.
Yeah, of course.
Tens across the board.
But you don't win.
But you don't win.
I don't win.
And I feel, honestly, it's like you said.
But I know I'm the baddest bitch in the club.
You know, and it's no shade. At that time, you know that the bitch sitting next to you is a little bit.
You like bitches rigged.
Okay, it has to be rigged. But here's the funny thing about it. I honestly believe because if you notice, it's all about like what you said. We said earlier, who you know,
what you know,
not what you know, but who you know,
who you're fucking.
Not even that,
because
fucking comes afterwards. Right. It's about who you know and who's got the better drugs. Okay. And it's always about, you know, or whose face you always see, like if they always constantly see your
social status.
Yeah, it's all your and it's kind of hard because the same girls you try to meet and get bonded with are the same girls who are looking at you weird until that one moment where you're at the grocery store and they really clock how fishy you is and they're like, "Girl, you girl, she did me. I almost fought her right there in the grocery store. I was like, bitch, we've been for 10 years and now you gonna tell me I'm fishy at the grocery store? I do this. Bitch.
That's why you think I'm pumping in the grocery store, bitch.
You know what's so funny about me being in a ballroom? I must have escaped all of that. You know what I mean? Because everything all my accomplishments, I worked hard for. So I didn't kiss up to nobody. I wouldn't say that it's rigged. I don't know what it's like today because I don't engage as much as I used to. But I know back then you really worked hard. Like people put in for their craft. You know,
like back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day.
I'm a young girl, so I don't know that, you know. But I feel like nowadays it's like basically what we were just saying. It's very much social status.
And you know what? And also social status, but I also feel I learned this. Shout out to Miss Terry Man. She taught me this. She taught me that sometimes when it comes to the girls and the butch queens and stuff like that, and especially the ballroom scene, they're always living for the bitch that they think they can be just like, you know. So if they see a bricky bitch, not saying we're bricks for the same, they see a bricky bitch. You ever hate it when the brick turns it out of nowhere, like, and she's a brick, like, you know, she's a sweetheart.
I never hate it because at the end of the day, I feel like
no. Let's I'm just gonna be. Let's be.
Nobody's walking. Hold on.
Wait, let me finish.
There are in the ballroom. There are standards. They do not let just anyone walk.
No.
I'll let you talk about that because you were a house mother.
Even such as yourself, like it's not that they pick the black heavyset girl over you. It's just that you are face. Like there's certain things, like, you know, we're all real in our own right. So yes, you are real as rain, but you're also face. Like you would get through more with face versus realness. You're more.
She has to know what category works.
Right. You have to know what category works for you.
At the end of the day, I don't go in that scene. I go there probably once in a blue moon. You will catch me at Vogue nights.
What I'm trying to say is that, like, the girl might be cute. She might have a.
But I'm agreeing with what you were saying. Though I totally agree with what you were saying on that. That just opened my eyes. I'm so like. No, listen. Let me tell you, Brittany. Because let me tell you, the last time I was there, I was a little drunk, but I remember Jack. Everybody kept pulling me like, "Be Ebony, be Miss Vahi, be this, be that," and I told them all, I was like, "Listen, at the end of the day, I'm not even for all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be out in the scene like that. Right. Not that I'm stout or anything. It's just like who I am as a person. Like I want to do more than be known as that. Right. And I mean, you know what I'm saying? I know I would vlog in my life.
That's a good thing. That's
and I
a
could
good
probably
thing.
be legendary one day.
Listen, you know who you remind me of with that attitude of Maya Scott.
Oh
and
my
as
God.
long as you have that attitude, you're gonna go far.
She look like a
She looks like Lola, but she also has that.
Why does, oh my God, my girlfriend told me that.
She look like Lola.
I know, that's
Shout out
not
to
right.
Maya Scott. Shout out to Maya Scott on Stars for doing your
Oh
thing,
my
Mama.
God,
I love you so much.
Oh my God,
No,
no,
Maya Scott, 2016 was a great year for trans representation on television.
Yes.
We had Laverne Cox on Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Don't forget Orange is the New Black.
We had, well, that's been there. We have also.
Shout out to Orange is the New Black, comes out in June.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Oxygen.
Shout out to Lawrence. How about Lawrence? Lawrence is on Stars.
Yeah,
and Lawrence is also on Empire too.
Yeah, I'm about to run down
Okay.
all that.
Yes.
So basically, we have Star that just came out. Maya Scott, Miss Lawrence. We have Strut that was on Oxygen.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh! Shout out to Strut, season 2. I'm gonna audition.
Shout out to Tyra, one of my backup dancers.
Okay.
Miss Tyra, Miss Isis King.
Yes.
You guys.
All these girls are doing their thing, and that, like, I look up to girls like that, like, because I want to do that one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and hopefully this year. You know, I'm tired.
2017 is a brand new start.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of girls open the door and paved the way for me. So now I feel like it's my time, just because of what they've done. Like, I'm ready to take it
to another,
not from them, but to the next level.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, there's still a lot
of way to go.
because
there is.
the girls get the door open and they don't want to open it for no one else.
They get the door open and then close it.
Exactly.
Right.
So, and also at the end of last year, Janet Mock's The Trans List came out.
I love Janet Mock. Shout out to Janet Mock. I love you. I love you, Janet Mock.
I just want to clear up something that happened like late last year that I think that I never publicly spoke about it because I felt like it was going to be taken the wrong way. I didn't know how to say it. But last year, like towards like September, October, we went to the Miss Major premiere, and these two hoes were late. And I was in front of the...
They were late today.
They were late against it. That's why the show's canceled.
Sorry.
So basically, I was waiting for them to come, and I was in front of the theater door, and this was a big event. It's a trans documentary. Everyone who's everyone was going to be there.
Why was not there? When was this?
This October. It was in October.
The
next thing that happens, bitch, you're coming, okay?
Okay, definitely.
So I saw Miss Janet Mock, and you see this. I seen this woman. Like growing up, all I had was RuPaul. There was no Janet Mock,
Right.
And I've met RuPaul. RuPaul is such a sweetheart.
Yes,
she is so humble.
Hold on, let me cut you off and just say this one thing. Like Janet Mock, like girls like that. Like, it's not that bitches want to be them. I aspire to be like a Janet Mock bitch. To actually do something very positive.
Let me just see my story.
No, but I love you, Janet Mock. I'm sorry.
No,
finish story. I just love Janet Mock.
There's nothing but
that
love.
bitch is everything.
Yes, what she stands for
Exactly.
is what we try to in our own ways.
It's hard though,
but it's very hard. But so I seen her, right, and immediately I call her name out because I'm so excited. I'm like, oh my God, this is
You're a
Miss
fan
Janet.
now.
This is Miss Janet Mock.
It's Janet Mock.
And she literally just kept walking, literally in this distance, and paid me dust. And it
Girl,
really,
she's like, bitch, she had to go somewhere to go, girl.
we all were going to the same place to see the documentary. So
girl.
I was like, wow, like, really?
Right.
So immediately I was hurt. I was like, well, damn, like maybe, because
you felt like as a girl, as the same girl as her.
Yeah, because, we always hear things like, oh, the girls get famous or they get a little bit, up there and they look down at the girls. You don't want to believe that.
Oh, girl, all the time.
So I'm not saying she's like that, but that was my initial...
I'm not one of those girls.
That was my initial reaction.
But I don't know you, though.
Let me just please sis.
Like, I love you. I know you now. I love you now. I'm keying with you, sis. I'm keying with you.
So basically, I was just like, wow, she shaded me.
Right.
And I told Fox and Gia, and they were like, well, what do you expect? But I was not going to...
She was on Oprah, bitch.
I was not going to, like, I didn't want to believe that she shaded me. Because I could have been, I wasn't drunk. I don't know.
Sis, can we?
I want to continue my story because this story...
Yeah, finish your story.
It means a lot to just say this because I've been holding on to this for a while.
Okay.
Let me continue. Please, let me just say this.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, girl.
Let me have the floor.
Go
Girl, you got the floor. We listening, girl. I want to know.
So basically, I reached out to her on Twitter.
Okay.
I said, I have to see. I said, you know, I saw Miss Jenna Mock, and we can actually put the screenshots because I don't want people to think I'm just making this up and I'm trying to be a drama queen. But I saw her and I felt like, you know, she shaded me. And she responded and she actually apologized.
That's beautiful.
And that was so woman of her. I really was like, okay, I was just maybe just jumping because I'm so used to people treating me really bad. I'm so used to people.
It's okay, Ashley.
I'm so used to people being so horrible to me.
Can we shut it off for a second?
The girls have been so shady to me.
I'm turning on the fan.
Come here. Listen, girl. Okay.
No, I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop.
I want to stop, bitch.
I don't want to.
I need to tell you something, bitch.
I don't want to stop. I want to tell you my story.
Okay, but you gonna tell it?
I'm so used to girls being so shady
All right,
to me.
wait, let her get away. Just
that automatically I thought that.
Keep rolling.
You know, this person's really like this, and I watch her show. I would like all the photos, and then to meet someone that you
idolize and look up to as a trans woman,
see them just be like, so bitch, whatever, you're no one, and I really felt really hurt. But she apologized, and she said that she would love to come on the show. And the fact that I have a lot of emotions. The fact that this is our last episode, that's not gonna happen.
It's not the last episode,
but it's
never gonna end.
I'm just really, I just had a lot of emotions. I've been holding on to that because just the way I felt.
At the time,
I wouldn't want any girl to feel that way.
No, it's not just at that moment. These are her emotions that's been bottling up.
No, because I had a situation like that as well.
Like I wouldn't want if I ever did that to someone and they saw me and I was being shady, please call me the fuck out. If I'm on a piece of trade, I might not, you know, I'll at least acknowledge you, but to just pay someone like they're no one, regardless. And we knew that she knew of us because when T.S. Madison was on the show, she told us that when she came to see our show,
T.S. Madison, bitch, I love
she
you.
came straight from Jenna Mock, and Jenna Mock, you know, she knew of us and she spoke of us, and it was all love at that time. So I'm like, well, what happened, you know? But moving forward, I just would hope.
This is what I'm gonna say to that. Now, I feel like I've had my own issues with Janet Mock because of the fact that I feel like after hearing that story when she first told me, I just kind of like I didn't.
You couldn't believe like you did.
Yeah, and then what's so ironic about that is that now I can understand where Janet is coming from because at Transgiving, you know, there was people that came up to me. And it was like so many people that came up to me and said that I was being shady.
And see, that's what happens.
Yeah, it happens sometimes when you're a public figure or when you're
in the public eye or have a type of status.
You can't be like attentive to everyone. Like
I can feel you guys on that. Let me say this.
Sometimes people will take that as shade. So I can understand.
Well, she apologized. She did apologize, but me crying was me reacting towards how I felt.
Right.
At that time,
it's like when you see like Beyonce, and then I'm literally like, bitch.
Right.
No, let me say this.
And like one like
me, half of who I am. I'm nobody like famous, nobody nothing. Like I don't give a fuck. Whatever happens after this episode happens. Like I'm not that type of girl at all. But I can see to where like, okay, if you're like you said, like how you guys were. How was Transgiving? Was it there?
Yeah, it was great. It was a beautiful hot mess.
Oh,
yeah,
perfect. Okay, but
when you got there,
because like. When I'm in a club and I'm doing my thing,
a hot mess because you made it a hot mess. No shade.
Like there's like a whole bunch of people just coming at me, and then it's just like I can feel where them type of girls are coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like this one wants your Snapchat, this one wants your number, this one wants your Instagram.
And any type of girl that you say, oh, can you hold on? You say, oh, you're
I'm not sticking up for those girls because at the end of the day, and they know what was going on.
Right.
But I'm just saying from personal experience of being in a place where everyone's just like, and you're just the eyes of a tent, they want you.
This is back to the fact that we're so used. I don't know how everyone's transition has been, but we're so used to girls being mean, being cruel.
Once they get to a certain type of
not even that, just the girls just feel it. Maybe the girls got their bags before you, the girls got their sex change, you know, or the girls got
going in your face, like
just in general,
it's nasty.
That girls just give very much like bitch, whatever. But
all this I feel like all this trans on trans hating needs to very much stop. Like at the end of the day, all y'all bitches need to be humble, number one. Because at the end of the day, bitch, we all started as a boy with an M on our motherfucking ID. Let's keep it all the way 100. And number two, bitch, you ain't no fabric than nobody, bitch. Like, let's be real. Like, bitch, let's, ask some real shit. Because I'm tired of that. Because, you know, I've been in experiences where I ran into, certain girls and they paid me dust. Didn't acknowledge me, nothing. And I'm like, are you serious? Whatever, I don't want to get, because I would go in on the girls. I don't want to, anyways.
So you know how that feels.
I know how I feel.
We were here first, we're going to be here last.
But you know what's so funny? When I met Ashley today, I said, I know you from somewhere. And when she reminded me of where I knew her from, it was still love.
Like I said, we all came from the same fucking place.
So you never know.
I met her the same place you probably
right. You know what I mean? And you never know the impact that you have on other people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's why I try my best to acknowledge people.
Because I was about maybe 17, 18 when I met her.
Wow.
And she was, she's older. I'm not gonna say she was way older, but she's older than me.
Oh my God, she just put
me, I'm in my late 20s, but at the time I was 17, 18, and she looked at me and she told me, "No, you're gonna be beautiful." And but I never forgot her, and I'm glad that we're sitting here now because you have a great story that I've been taking up all the space. Okay. So the last topic is these hoes ain't loyal.
Right.
You had a very public social media viral breakup that rocked the urban New York, probably all over Facebook.
Right.
You posted the fact that you found out that your man had left you the second time for your best friend.
Yes.
So can you please elaborate?
Ooh,
I want to know first.
After you, bitch, I got something to say about that.
I want to know who you beat up first.
Today. This happened to me today.
That's what I want to know. Who you beat up first, girl?
We'll get to that because. It was a very touching, emotional subject for me.
Really love
because I love my boyfriend, and then I also loved my friend, which was a trans woman.
Bitch, how long
she was my sister? I've known her for about 17, 18 years.
Now, did you know her longer or the boy longer?
I knew her longer.
So it was very, very
Right.
But at the end of the day, the nigga's dicking you down and loving you, bitch. She not dicking you down, so the feelings is even more for him.
It was for both.
She has a very long story. She
was my sister, you know what I mean? She was from Brooklyn. I wrote for her. There was a certain type of admiration that I had for this young lady, and I don't have that for too many people. You know what I mean? I'm me, you know what I mean? So for me to really take a likeness to you, it takes a lot out of me. And I really dug this young lady, you know what I mean? If she ever needed me, I was there. If, she would call me on the phone to check up on me, to give me kudos on all my endeavors and stuff like that. And for it to go down the way it did, because the first time it went down, it was no, your boyfriend's lying, who you
denied it.
Yeah, she denied it. So she had, because we have mutual friends together, it could have been bigger than it was. You know what I mean? I'm the one who kind of simmered it down, even with me going through my feelings and my emotions. I was literally in
you were being grown about
curled up like a baby, literally, because I couldn't believe that I was being hurt on both ends. So
it was a two-way street.
It was a two-way street.
It was a two-way street
because it was this is somebody that I confide in and I talk to,
and then your
this
man
is somebody I sleep with, and I give you my all, you know what I mean? And then it was okay, how much of a friend was she to me? And
how much did you really love me?
How much did you really love me? Was this all a game? Was this all a lie? And then I had people feeding me you could do better, you could do this, you could do that.
That's just all these emotions.
It was just so many emotions that came my way. I was definitely hurt.
And then at the time, you still have love for your friend and still have love for your man.
Let me say something. The first time it happened in April, I put it aside because of the love that I had for her. I even saw her at, prior engagements, and I humbled myself, and I was like, hey, how are you? So forth and so on. No hugs, no nothing, but out of respect and a lineage for our friendship that we once cherished, I'm not going to just let it die in the fire like that. And if I could take him back, I could, at least acknowledge you or what we shared. It came around and slapped me in the ass again in December. And I was just
the same two people?
The same two people.
So who you fuck up, bitch?
Listen.
Both of them.
Let me.
There was a rumor.
I would have
read her first.
There was a rumor out that someone
got stabbed.
Yes.
In the
interim.
Okay, and that was your boyfriend.
Yes.
Now, did you have anything to do with that?
Right arm.
Brain a dick, brain a balls and dick.
Altercation. Something happened.
What'd you do?
You don't gotta elaborate on that, bro.
You ain't called Foxy.
In depth with what it was.
Okay.
But like, you know what I mean?
She called Foxy and Foxy said, "Stab him, bitch! I got your bond money."
Okay, but let me can I elaborate on my story about the
I
same
want
person that
she has a, I want everyone to let her speak because she has a lot. I want you to.
I apologize, Bert.
No, it's cool. So if y'all have any questions, y'all can actually ask me because y'all
I
must
just
know
want you
that
to,
I'm
like-
not in that space. So if I was in that space at that present moment, I would be able to elaborate on everything that took place. But because now I'm moving forward, it's a new year. I'm trying to like leave that
Can I say
behind me.
something?
Yes.
I have a question because I'm going through the same situation. Okay, I had an ex-boyfriend call me today. I was in a relationship for 3 years. I'm 23. I was with this man when I was 20, before I had my bags. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been through so much shit together to where I do love this man.
Right.
And I still do love this man. He called me today and asked me, because I have a real cunt best friend, Billfish, and he asked me for her number.
Oh.
Shady. Good night.
No, listen to me. So I was just like, how dare you? Like, even though we're broken up and we're trying to work on a friendship, relationship, or whatever, I feel like I'm not sitting there asking you for your friends' numbers and all this shit. And then he want to pull up my past and shit. And I told him, yeah, I was like, when we first started dating, I didn't take the relationship seriously because being a trans woman who I am, I always thought guys just, you know, were doing shit behind my back. So like, why should I be plugging myself into one guy?
Right.
Honestly, I do regret it because this guy, he was real with it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, I blocked him on every number today. He was making up fake numbers to call me, trying to get a hold of me, blocking them all because I felt like at the end of the day, he was like, oh, you don't want me to be happy. I said, I don't care what you do, but the fact that you're calling me for my friend's number.
It's tired. It's fucking tired.
Honey, I had a boy call me.
I know my friend, if I told her this, she would be like, nah, because at the end of the day, that's your ex. Like,
you don't know what she was doing.
Now, I have a couple of questions for you.
You are right.
That's the real tea.
That's
the real tea.
Prior to this relationship, 5 years ago, I had the same exact thing happen to me with Fish. So you don't know what nobody would do. You know what I mean? There's people that's walking this earth that are broken. You know what I mean?
But let me ask you something, Brett.
And this happens in the community quite often.
See, y'all got me nervous and shit.
Okay.
This happens in the community quite often. That's why I wanted to bring you on the show and talk about this.
Yeah.
Because this is something I'm going through right now.
Right.
To where a girl that I introduced her and her husband to, basically she ran off with that girl's husband. And
you feel like you're put in a predicament.
Yeah, I'm being looked at crazy, and then her husband is like confiding in me and wanting to, and I'm like, no.
You feel like someone else here?
It is not the type of show.
Men are horrible.
But you know what? I see what you mean because in that vulnerable state,
right?
You don't know what can happen,
right?
And who to believe and what to think and how to react to certain type of people.
My question, I want to ask you a few questions about. So you said that this was the second time. So now, like when you found out the second time and it happened the second time,
are they both still in your life?
Yeah, they both still in your life.
One of them is still in my life.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
My boyfriend.
Okay, and. All right, sister, I'm gonna have to play devil's advocate.
Okay.
Please don't.
Okay, go in, Gia.
Please don't shoot me, girl. Okay. So why?
He's more than my boyfriend. He's actually my friend. We were friends before we were lovers.
Okay.
And so I still hold on to the friendship inside of that. You know,
and that's so beautiful.
We share so many things together, and I want to see him prosper and grow. He's much younger than I am, so it's like his act doesn't define him as a person. You feel what I'm saying?
Can I
really? Let me just say something real quick.
Go ahead.
I believe that. I believe you believe that wholeheartedly, and I root for you, sis, for your happiness. Now, but you do deserve better.
I know.
You do deserve better.
Fuck that. Let me interject.
You are beautiful. It's ridiculous. We can't let these boys do anything. You can't. And I have this theory that it's real easy to get into a girl's head because girls are so easily moved, and so not saying that she was right or she was wrong.
Right.
Yeah. At the end of the day, they were both wrong.
Right.
You know, and you deserve better. That's all I wanted to say. And I'm always gonna be a fan. So if you see me looking at your boyfriend with the know that it's a side bitch.
Fuck off.
Okay.
Now let me interject, Brett. let me just say what I gotta say because I'm this type of girl.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just. Hold on, shit. I just forgot what I was. Oh no, I know what I was about to say.
Let me say something to you. As for that guy, as far as he's concerned, with you, if you want to pursue the things that you want to pursue in life, leave that behind. You know what I mean? Because once he has that mindset, he's going to always have that mindset. And the more you elevate, you are not your past.
Amen.
At the end of the day. And you don't need nobody always reminding you of your past. You know what I mean?
So I want to ask you, because I just got to get this out of the way.
Yes.
So what happens
Get it, B-Dot, okay? I'm sorry, go ahead.
What if this happens for the third time?
I don't know.
Wait, let me finish what I have to say though.
And also, I want to ask you what a real hard question. I'm not trying to come for you.
No, it's
womanhood.
cool.
Do you feel like you're at a point where you cannot find anyone better?
Do you feel like you're settling? That's what you're saying.
Because we all
see,
I feel like I pulled my mask off. I let my wall down, and I know that at this point in my life, I don't want to do that with anyone else. You know what I mean? I think that I've been hurt. I've been, broken, by enough people in my life. So,
let me say
people do change.
Yeah, I'm this type of girl.
I'm not gonna take that away from him.
I'm the type of girl to where
people do change, sister.
I feel like. Let me tell you. Okay, are you gonna listen? Y'all gonna listen now?
Listen to you, beauty.
Okay, I'm the type of girl of me. I mean, I know it's like a little wrong, but the girls might read me. Fuck you, shady bitches. But I'm the type of girl is you could do whatever. Do whatever. I know, like you said, the friendship. You guys started with a friendship,
right?
I feel like if that's strong enough to where you realize if you fucking this bitch, that bitch, a nigga, whatever. As long as you tell me,
right,
and don't do nothing without no protection,
right,
and you tell me, it's fine.
Here's the problem. If I can just intervene.
I'm not saying it's fine, but what I'm trying to say is, I respect.
Honestly, respect the game.
Honestly, I know what it is because it's no shade. If I see an overseas trade and he pull me and I'm walking to the train or catching my Uber or something, catching my flights, you know what I'm saying? And I see this a trade. As long as I'm honest with you, like, okay, yeah, I had sex with Trey, whatever. It is what it is. I know you just had some bitch, some pussy, whatever the case may be.
See, that's the mentality.
We should question his motherfucking ass.
Yes.
He the fuck is that?
But see, here's the thing. That mentality is gonna keep us, I feel.
Who? Yours?
Yeah.
Let's bring him on in.
Bring the chair.
Bring a chair over here.
I got all the questions for him. Come on, sugar.
How long?
Wait, Britt, that's the one right there?
Yes, get him.
Ah,
bitch. I got it. Come on, I got it.
Look at his spot. He heard me talk about it.
No. Right in the middle.
No, move. She sits to him.
Yeah, girl, that's fine.
No, put him in the middle.
No, he's gonna get in the middle.
Put him in the middle.
No, girl, put him in the middle.
Come on, sugar.
That's the hottest seat.
Go ahead.
And
Take that one.
All of that.
You in trouble now.
Okay.
But why would you put him back there?
Listen, he is the center right now. I'm good.
Okay.
Bitch, we a boy. I'm a boy.
All right. No, Britt, ask the question. Wait, hold on. No, Ashley, ask the questions. Go ahead, girl. Start it off.
Sorry, you want to put me in the middle?
Yeah, get that to your man, girl.
To your man, because I don't want to be invasive at all.
Okay, cool.
Boo.
Bitch, honestly, I feel like he did his dirt. He fucked up. He knows what woman he got. He ain't gonna try it again. And if you try it again, bitch, I'm coming for you, bitch. Okay.
So,
y'all bitches is rough and
I just want to ask.
Get out.
Alright, let's go. Let's ask the question.
Let me ask the first question.
No, first of all, we're gonna need a little bit more respect. You take your glasses off and you see them eyes. Thank you.
No, let me get.
No, take the glasses off.
Take them glasses. Oh well.
It's a moment of truth. You owe your wife that. Thank you. All right.
Now let me ask the first
here's
question.
the question. What the hell is wrong with you?
Ain't nothing wrong.
Okay, now let me ask the second question. No, let me ask the second question. Okay. Okay, when you probably did what you did, it was probably a couple of years back. You're a little older now, right?
No, this happened
Still the
recently.
same age.
This happened in December, girl. We're in January.
It's okay, girl. I got you,
Girl.
So basically, I just want to ask: Do you realize what you have right here?
Yeah, what you got.
So is it worth it to every time you and Brittany get into some kind of issue for you to run to?
That's probably what
The
it
next
is.
No, what's her name?
I want to know what
Nobody can call her.
But I want to know.
That's what men do, though. That's what men do, though.
I'm listening. You hear me? If it's easy, I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna lie.
That's fine. But you gotta listen. You gotta listen. And see, by me understanding him, I can respect that because at the end of the day, he's much younger. I remember what it was like in my 20s. I was a hot mess. You understand what I'm saying?
Honestly,
that's the thing that made me respect the situation because I said, why did it have to be my girlfriend? Why did it have to be somebody
you brought her around? Wait a minute.
It was easy. She gave it up, and I was sad. It was easy.
But don't you think? Wait a minute.
So why don't you
Hold on, wait. So, question. How long y'all been together?
So we about to go on 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
So, and it was just that easy.
It was easy.
It was just that easy.
Some girls make it that easy.
Do you know, sir?
Listen, I know the type of
Wait. Do you know that
I may look the part, bitch, but I am not the part.
Hold on.
I may look like Marilyn, but I don't sit around like Marilyn.
There's a thing called karma.
That's like one thing I don't do. I think I had this conversation before.
Thank you. Okay, just listen. Do you not know that there's a thing called karma? She hangs out with a bitch named Fate. You know, do you not know that you fuck up a lot of good you keep yourself in a stereotype, a stigma of black men cheating and doing all these things when you can just, she's obviously giving you the world. You know, because you keep coming back for it. Why fuck it up?
I don't want you to.
If it's easy, I'm gonna take it. That's all I'm saying.
But there's something called self-control.
I'm not gonna stand there.
That's a horrible philosophy to have.
So basically, if we all go for the orgy, you're gonna just.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
So basically, that's what I would be, bitch. That's what
my friend.
You know what they call that?
Can I ask you a question, Marcus?
Wait.
I'm listening.
Was the woman trans or genetic female?
Trans.
It don't matter whether it's trans.
It does matter.
No, it does not.
I'd rather have my
If you're with somebody, you should be with that person. It don't matter because
See, here's the thing that you guys don't
at the end of the day,
understand.
you through the coochie.
Here's the thing that a lot of
that's all it was, baby.
It was drunk and you drunk like
guys
this.
don't. Here's the thing, a lot of girls
So
don't.
easy. She ain't had to hold that door.
It's
all bad. Alright, go ahead.
Close this up. I just
Close this up.
Bro, no, wait, I got one last thing to say.
It's too much
G,
going
you
on.
always got one last thing to say.
So basically, I just want to say, I don't want you to feel attacked because this is a lot of hyper feminine, masculine.
Okay, we was all just coming for you, bitch.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, I just hope that in
Does
time.
he know that terminology? I don't think that's something.
He knows what a chaser is, girl.
I don't think that's something that most men.
That's not right now.
I'm not being mean. I'm just
We
saying
not-
that
I'm not
when you
calling
have an attitude like that, it gives people no
He
right. When
knows
you act
when
like a
you're not-
faggot as a girl, it gives people a right to act like a faggot. When you act like a dog amongst men, whether it's women, trans, whatever, people have the right to call. You know, people are gonna say that. So I'm trying to, because I can't stand it when boys do that.
I'm the same way. I hate when boys
I
jump from
can't stand
trans
when they
to
do that, 'cause
girl
it's
to
like-
boy, because that's how HIV and AIDS get spread.
Right.
If you guys are not on PrEP, go to your doctor. Go to Ken Lord. I want to see you girls at Ken Lord getting your PrEP.
Yeah, we allow it.
You do. They do.
What we allow.
They do.
And this is what I was going to say. A lot of people need to realize that being faithful is not natural.
It's hard.
It's not. It is
not. No, it's hard.
Child, they were being faithful for years, honey. That's a new thing.
Not even with
First of all, they were
and my thing, and I think that once most people realize that,
I feel like this generation,
but there
is how
respect,
how social media is, and how this generation.
No, fuck me so much.
And
I'm not fucking you, so you have fun. Okay? So, but no, that's the people. It's a stereotype thing.
Go ahead, Gia.
Really. I forgot it is the last show. Go ahead, get your camera time, sugar.
No, it's okay, bro.
There's actually a reason why she's here.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna get it later. Go ahead, Gia.
But basically, I don't want. So thank you so much for being brave to just even like be grilled by 5 girls.
Thank you for letting us,
Get out.
So B-Dot, Kim, we're gonna have a
Thank you
moment
so much
with the fans, just us 3 before we leave out.
Okay.
Alright, so can you guys step out for just a second?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna have a moment with just.
Look at Gia's living. She's like, look at her camera time's done.
Kim, just step out. Oh, girl, stop. Okay.
It's not that serious. You know, I live for you the most. They my purple.
I know what y'all show. Go ahead, close it out. I'll be back, you guys.
I don't want him to feel like
Come on, Gia, let's hurry up. Just that was like a very
So things got very heated.
Things got very heated.
We've never been in a situation where we've had a dysfunctional, without being, with respect, a couple that's going through some, situations on the show, and it got a little heated. As you can see, he was getting a little bit aggressive, and
he won't get aggressive. He can't say, "You can't take my mouth, motherfucker."
And we had to ask him to leave the room. Coming together, this episode is explosive. I think that the emotions are real. I think that
bottom line,
this is really making us, we need to really appreciate what we're doing here
and what we have, right?
And that never has there been trans women documenting their vulnerability,
telling their story,
not in this age, and we've done something that's beyond us. And I'm really gonna miss this show. I'm gonna really miss it. I think that we're gonna be friends, of course, and we're gonna
always to the end of time.
We're gonna have our conversations all the time.
And everyone's
I think everything comes to an end.
Exactly.
And this is just closing this chapter on this show.
Yes, there might be a lot of other things going on.
You'll catch these.
Make sure you're still subscribed to this channel, because there may be things to come on the show that may be better than Tea Time.
And keep an eye out.
Who knows?
Keep an eye out for Living Man.
Who knows? Maybe this is the end for now.
Okay.
So,
but it's like I said, you can always watch us out. There'll probably be an appearance on Living Man Made and other things that Man Made Productions is doing.
If Living Man Made goes more than one season,
child, we
got Tea Time got 4 seasons.
That's fine.
It's pretty hard to keep up, but we've enjoyed it. And it's not even about the views. We've had
an amazing run. No, you've had an amazing run.
It's the fact that we are just at different places. We want to do different things. We feel like
we're evolving.
We want more than just sitting still at a glass table and rambling on, because honey, we could sit in glass tables
looking for girls and having all 4 girls not show up.
Yeah, because they don't want the guys to know the tea. I don't want to sit next to the girls because I don't want to get spooked.
And we want to thank Mikhail Turich.
Thank you. Please come in.
Our cinematographer.
I always do.
Our lovely cinematographer.
Yes. Thank you guys.
Season 1. I also want to thank David Laff.
Shout out to that
cinematographer.
And also our 2 final guests. That'll be the final guests for now. Miss Kim and Miss B. Dot.
They're here. Just
bring them back in.
You guys can get back in. You guys.
Or maybe not.
Okay. And if I can say one last thing to you guys, at the end of the day, all you have in life is you and the love that you give yourself. So all you can do is love yourself. And when all else fails, remember, dream it, love it, live, man-made.
And if we
we need to bring them in to close it off.
We don't. We all like to say. And we'll say for all that.
Add me on Instagram, Ashley Breeze. Follow me on Facebook, everything. We're still here. We're still going to hear.
Because I'm real.
Fox Giselle is going to be on her YouTube vlog.
My Cynical Optimism.
And Gia Man Made will be on Living Man Made.
Living Man Made along with many other things coming, guys.
2017 is very hopeful.
Anime Takeover.
And we like to say always.
If you can't be real, at least be real to yourself. You know, that's the first time we ever got it in all these years. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Yeah.